Greetings, humanoids of the internet! My name is Bob, and this is a Journey into Space update. Why am I doing this update? Why am I not just doing another episode? Because my space program has become rather more complicated lately. Getting an efficient Kethane transportation system going on in Kerbin orbit has proven to be a little more difficult than what I initially thought. So how to begin? Okay, well, so first there was the Space Freighter 01, which had a extraction problem. So I replaced it with the Space Freighter 02, which was a ginormous multi-purpose spacecraft, which, while it was a wonderful thing, wasn't really good for the actual job of taking Kethane from someplace and putting it in Kerbin orbit. So, because when I did that, I wound up using all the Kethane just to get it back to Minmus. So I built a robotic spacecraft, robotic Kethane freighter. I'll show you that now. Okay, so I figured, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll do a robotic spacecraft just for delivering Kethane, and we'll deliver it from the moon, because that's a little bit easier, a little bit more straightforward. So, and why am I doing all this, you might ask? It is to facilitate the next step in my colonization plan, which is to colonize in some fashion the orbit of Ike. But there's also another plan which I will be pushing forward, which you will see in a minute. Like I said, my space program has gotten rather more complicated lately. Okay, so this is the robotic Kethane freighter. So, and as someone noted, it's like all solar panels. So I've this is the ship that's just supposed to take Kethane from the moon, the MUN, to Kerbin orbit, and that's what we have here. And I just finished doing aerobraking, and it's in a nice 90-kilometer orbit, waiting for the Kethane station to catch up. But even now, I'm going to probably use a third of this just to refuel the tanks. So I'm thinking, is there a more efficient way I can do this? And again, as someone noted, it's got a lot of solar panels on it. Is there a more efficient way to do this? So I am thinking I will have this, after I'm done with this run, I will have this just go from the surface of the moon to orbit. I'll have another dedicated spacecraft, yes, yet another one, to take it from take the Kethane from MUN orbit to Kerbin's orbit. So let me show you what I'm working on as far as that goes. This is all by way of trying to explain. There may not be a new episode out for a while, because I want to get certain things accomplished before that time. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking. Okay. So I'll just have the robotic freighter that I have now. I'll just have that shuttling back and forth from the moon to lunar orbit to deliver it, the Kethane, to some leaner, meaner, more efficient system to get it to Kerbin orbit. Okay. And introducing the ion Kethane freighter. Whenever it will load. Okay, so this is a ion-propelled spacecraft to deliver Kethane from lunar orbit to Kerbin's orbit, and it uses ion power. And so hopefully, ideally, I'll be able to get most of this whole tank, which is 16,000 units of Kethane, delivered to the station with a relatively small amount of fuel use. It has one nuclear engine just for those high delta V type maneuvers, and the rest is all ion engines. Now, the reason why I'm going through all this rigmarole is to support my what's going to be more the main thrust of my episodes between now and the time that 0.19 wipes it all out and I start over. Which is, okay, so I want to put a colony either on Ike or in Ike orbit, and that's one thing. But I'm also going to do a grand tour of the solar system, and to do that I'm going to be using this bad boy. The Sploratron! Sploratron! Okay, this is my grand tour spacecraft. I've got 3 nuclear engines, a few solar panels. It'll be able to extract Kethane from small bodies like moons, and explore the general solar system. It's got this awesome cockpit from the B9 pack up here. So both for my Ike colonization and also for this guy, I'm going to need to have some Kethane up at the Kethane storage facility to get these guys fueled up and ready to go. So that's why I'm going through all the rigmarole with the Kethane production. I mean, yeah, I could probably just put this on a bigger another booster down here or something and get it launched, but I want to try to make use of resources as I find them, and as a result that I have probably made things a little bit more complicated for myself than I really needed to. Nothing's new there. And that's par for the course. So I'm trying to think of anything else that's going on which is complicating my life in KSP at the moment. Let's see what kind of missions I got going. Of course, I got Space Freighter 02 at Minmus. It's going to hang out there more or less indefinitely, I think. Got a probe orbiting Dres. Probe orbiting Minimus. I thought I had a probe on Paul. Maybe that was a previous incarnation. Yeah, could have been that was previous incarnation. So, just to sum up, I'm having to work on my supply chain here to facilitate what the next episode's probably going to be about. Next episode is probably going to be sorry, me launching this bad boy. And at some point, I'm also going to launch the colonization attempt to go to Ike. But sort of the main thrust of the series from now on is going to be me taking this guy on a grand tour, hopefully a grand tour of the solar system. First to Duna, then to Jewel. Maybe I'm sort of questionable whether it's going to reach it. But maybe from Jewel to Elo, and then back down in towards Moho. If we have time before 0.19 kicks in. And of course, when 0.19 kicks in, everything's out the window. We start over. We start totally over. So that is the Journey into Space update for this time period, and if it's a little while before I put out another regular full episode, it's because I'm trying to get my supply chain going on. Alrighty, that's all for right now, and until next time, hasta la vista. Adios.